Hi everybody, my name is Kim and welcome back to Bookmarks and Breadsticks. Hi and welcome back to Bookmarks and Breadsticks. It is April 26th? 25th? April 25th, and I am going to bring you my April wrap-up. Now there are 5 days left in the month and there are 3 books I plan on finishing before then. But if you guys haven't checked out my most recent video where I mentioned that I need a break, I need a break. So I'm gonna pre-film a bunch of content to hopefully fill in that gap where I take off for 2 weeks and then the YouTube algorithm doesn't come and ruin me forever. So, April wrap up. Let me tell you the books I haven't finished yet but plan on finishing this week. From my TBR, I still have to read Spice, A History of Temptation by Jack Turner. And then 2 books that were not, so Spice is the only book from my regular TBR I have left. There are 2 other books I'm currently reading that I am going to finish this week. Sorry, I have a lot of different piles to explain my TBR this month. In my wrap-up, Jesus, this is the wrap-up video. So I still have to read Accidentally Engaged, which I'm buddy reading with my friend Arushi, who's not a booktuber, but just a good friend of mine who wanted to read this book. And I'm also going to finish Manifestos of the Future of Food and Seed. So 3 books left. I mean, this guy's 150 pages. I'll bang this out real quick. I plan on reading Accidentally Engaged as an audiobook throughout the week. It's about 11 hours of audio on one, like, regular speed. And then Spice, A History of Temptation. If I read about 50 pages a day, I'll still finish on time. Okay, those are what are left. Now let's talk about and look back at what was on my April TBR. So on my April TBR was my buddy read with Amanda over at the Curly Reader, Black, White, and the Gray. This ended up being a really disappointing read for me, but I won't go into too much detail here because I actually have a whole review about this book. Next on the TBR, and did I complete them? Grater's Ice Cream, really quick read. Eat, Pray, Love, which I won't go into too much detail because I had such a visceral reaction. People really want a review about this book. I also want to watch the movie just to also do a little comparison. So there's a video coming on this guy. And The Poison Squad. This was a great book. I actually have a full book duo that compares 2 different books that talk about food and poison that will come out sometime in May while I'm on my break. I did DNF 1 book and it was on my TBR. Dangerous Tastes, The Story of Spices. This is very much an encyclopedia of spices, or almost like a short story of spices. There's 3 pages about cinnamon, there's 3 pages about nutmeg, and it's not what I want to read. Is it a book I want to keep on my shelf? It actually is, because I think, you know, if I ever want to learn about one type of pepper or about chai, I can go back to this book. I am going to still do a book duos comparing this book to Spice, A History of Temptation. So when it comes to Kim, did you finish your April TBR that you started on at the beginning of this month? I did. I'm 6 for 6, pending I obviously finish that last book, which now I don't even know where I put it. The next pile of books are actually books I bought, not pre-planned, but did finish them. I did read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I listened to this as an audiobook and loved it. I cannot wait to read her new adult fiction that's going to come out later this year. This is food oriented. I know she has other books. I know she's well loved in the booktube community. So it's nice to like read a book that other people read that's popular. I mean, I love my nonfiction and I love my food writing, but now I can be like, I have something to talk about with you. I read something popular. Next on the list is actually a graphic novel by Andy Watson, and this is The Book Tour, a page-turning Krakow-esque dark comedy in brilliant retro style. This graphic novel watches one man try to keep it together while everything falls apart. And it's all about this guy going on a book tour, and it's so bizarre and weird. And of course Dan's like off camera being like, well, that's why they compared it to like Kafka and like, you know, what were you expecting? And I don't know what I was expecting, but it was weird but delightful and I really recommend it. Next on the list is a book I actually picked up for Indie Bookstore Day, and that is Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Brosh. I have always wanted to read this book. I know her comics. I know she had a new book come out last year, so I'm glad I read it, and I loved it. And finally, I read and bought this month Eating Animals by Jonathan Foer, and I read this because the booktuber Live Forever or Die Trying, and his name completely escapes me. I'm such a jerk. I'm so sorry. I'll put it here. He read this a couple months ago and did a review on it, and I thought, you know, if another booktuber who doesn't read a lot of food writing or the food world or environmentalism or culinary narrative is reading a book that would be in my playground, I want to read it because now I have something in common with this booktuber and we can talk about something. Final book I finished is Saving the Deli by David Sachs. Now, this book should come with a warning. If you're someone who gets hungry very easily, have a pastrami sandwich on standby. Have rye bread and mustard on standby. This is Sachs's journey all around America, and he does go abroad in the later chapters, all about the history of the Jewish deli. The official title of this book is Save the Deli, in search of the perfect pastrami, crusty rye, and the heart of the Jewish delicatessen. We loved this book. We've been reading it together at night. Well, Dan's been reading it at night. It'll be my turn for the next book to read out loud. And it actually really helps work on, if you're not a great public speaker, you want to work on it, try reading out loud to somebody. It's pretty cool. So, in conclusion, I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 books this month. Some of them were really short. 2 were graphic novels. Doesn't matter, I still read them. And I'm really, really proud of that. Now, my monthly stats took a nosedive because I purchased 42 books this month. Of those 42, I have already read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 36 new books that have come on to my TBR. Oh well, look, I get it. My goal is still to unwrap books off of that bookshelf. But it was Indie Bookstore Day, it's my Christmas, and I think if you guys have watched the other video, it's not even an excuse. I've been having a rough time, and if books make me happy, give me some grace on this one. I do solemnly swear, when we move to Buffalo, whatever that is, whenever we win this effing lawsuit, I will be utilizing the Buffalo Public Library because now I have enough of a TBR. I don't know what else is out there other than those most anticipated releases of 2021, which I've already pre-ordered. So, all in all, really good reading month, 13 books. Not great for my TBR because I bought a lot of books. Not a great month because life has been insane. Oh well. I'm also wearing, let's see if I'll stand up for a sec. I am also wearing a shirt that I got for Indie Bookstore Day. It's actually the state of Illinois, and it actually lists out all of the indie bookstores that were participating in Independent Bookstore Day. And I really like it. It probably doesn't show well on the light, but I feel like it matches my hair, which made me super, super happy. Anyway, those are the 13 books I read this month. Do any catch your eye? Have you read With the Fire on High? Have you read Hyperbole and a Half? I know I'm very late to that party. Would you read a whole book about the Jewish delicatessen? I actually just bought another book all about Jewish delicatessens. I'm very excited. Hit me up in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to hit like and subscribe. I am less than 100 subscribers away to 500, which was my goal, my 1-year anniversary goal for BookTube. And my BookTube anniversary is mid-May. I will be having a live show to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on BookTube on May 7th. In that live show, I will also be giving away 2 of the Read It and Eat Persian boxes to 2 lucky subscribers. To enter in that giveaway, you need to like this video or any of the videos I put out in the month of May before the live show, and you have to be subscribed. I'll also be doing a separate giveaway on Instagram, so if you want to hop on over there, you have another chance to win another Read It and Eat Persian box. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I hope you're well. Wear a mask. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.